Good morning, everyone. Once again, it is Ambassador Moses Adika here, and I want to welcome you to today's message of the week. And I want to talk about the income that you are making out of the business. I want to talk about, how well you are doing, because at the end of the day, we have to measure the results that we are getting, and one of the metrics that really helps us to know how well we are doing, to measure the kind of work that we are doing, is the income that we make. And I've seen a lot of guys who say that probably the focus should not be on the money, but the whole truth is, if you are not running a profitable business, then you are at risk of probably quitting very soon, because it is a common fact or common knowledge that we have bills, we have people who depend on us, we have people who are waiting for us to probably sort certain things that are going to relate to their daily activities. So that pressure should not be so much on you that it can finally lead to you making a decision to quit the business. So it is very important to gauge how much of progress you're having, especially when it comes to income. And you must be very wary not to get into the comfort zone of lack of results. Some of us have come to terms with the fact that you are not making money and you are totally doing nothing about it, which should not be the case. You need to get out of that comfort zone, because it is possible to make money. It is possible to be profitable in this business. So the big question is, are you profiting from the business? And to know that, how much money did you make in the last 1 week? Or rather, how much money did you make in the last 1 month? If you can answer that question, then of course we can now see how to probably refocus energies and take you to the next level. And the question is, regardless of how much you made, is it possible to make more money this week, this month? That is the question that I want us to delve into. If you probably made 30,000, is it possible to double that income? If you made 200K, is it possible to double that income? I've seen two people join the business at the same time. They have the same upline, they have the same system, they have the same account, probably a Neoverse account. They undergo the same training. They are both full-timers, they are doing the business from morning to evening. But then after some time, you realize that one has better results, or even twice as much results as the other one. So what really creates the difference between two people? And if we can answer that question, then definitely we'll also have the answer on how can you double your income, how can you triple your income, how can you 10x your income? And the answer to that question is the value that these people bring to the marketplace. So you may join the same time, you may share an upline, you may have the same system, have everything similar, but the value that individually we can bring to the table is actually different. There is someone who will bring more value than the other one. So basically, if we want to do better, this week, this month, then I think the main focus that we should be aiming for is to definitely bring more value into the business. So how do you bring value into your business? The first way you can bring value into the business is by doing just a little bit more. Not too much, just a little bit more. And it will surprise you that those who do well, probably there is nothing so unique except they just did a little bit more than what the average person did. And when I say a little bit more, I'm talking about time, and I've talked about this before. Now, if you look at this analogy, if somebody wakes up just 1 hour earlier, probably you've been waking up at 6, and you decide to do it this time round at 5. Then sleep also 1 hour late. This is 2 hours extra each and every single day. And if you compute that in a week, those are 14 hours. 14 hours is 2 days normal working time, because people work 7 to 8 hours a day. So if you can have 14 hours, you have 2 extra days that many people won't have. And that is how people tend to have, a huge gap in the results they are getting over time. So give more time to your business, commit more time, commit more effort, more energy. Be more disciplined. If you said, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, if you said this week, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, make sure that you do those things. And as you do your work, bring in more passion, bring in more energy, love whatever you are doing. Because if you don't love what you are doing, you'll be dragging yourself each and every day to work. You'll be doing presentations against your will. But the moment you have the passion, you have the energy, there is that inner drive that, comes from within. Then, of course, we have to be consistent. We have to be, very, very consistent each and every day, doing the same things as we have agreed in our game plan. There's always a game plan on how you want to achieve those goals. So follow that game plan consistently until you get there. Then we must also improve on our confidence. We must improve on our presentability, how well you look as you are going to approach the prospects, as you are going to do presentations. You must also be adaptable. You must be coachable. You must be teachable, because if things are not working for you, then definitely you need to make a few changes here and there. And the problem is that majority of us are very rigid. You talk to your leader, you talk to your upline, you talk to someone who is making money, and they tell you do 1, 2, 3, yet you don't want to do it. Success is quite easy to get. I've said this time and again. You just simply need to identify someone who is doing better than you and take instructions from them. Follow exactly what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. Mirror them. Whatever they are doing, try to do it. And before you know it, you'll have their results. Then, of course, you also need to have a stronger work ethic. That means you put in more effort, more energy, put in the hard work. It is a common knowledge that hard work always pays. Hard work will always beat talent if talent doesn't work hard. And of course, you also have to be more persistent. You have to be more positive. You have to be goal-oriented. You have to go for those goals. Whatever you said you are going to do, go for it with everything that you have. And of course, you must also be trustworthy as a person. You must be someone that can be trusted with money, with promises that you make, And integrity is a big thing. A lot of us, we don't do well because we lose the trust that people have on us very fast, simply by the actions that we take on a day-to-day basis. You promise this, you don't do it. You misuse the resources that are supposed to help your team, help other people, get ahead in the business. So be a trustworthy person. Strive to have integrity as you do your business. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is you need to primarily work harder on yourself than you actually do on the job. Yes, it is important to do the activities that we always stress, the 7 of them, but you must also work on yourself, because we can do the same things, but then how we do it depends on the personalities that we carry. So how do you do those things? What is the kind of passion? What is the kind of energy? What is the level of commitment, that you are bringing on the table? These are the things that really, create the difference between two people who join at the same time. And you realize in a span of 3-5 years, the gap in results becomes so huge because they have been doing certain things differently. I've given you an example with 1 week when it comes to timing. But now imagine if we compound this to 5 years, 10 years. Somebody had 2 extra days every week than you. If we put it into 5 years, those are so many days. The results they will have accumulated is so much. So primarily work harder on yourself than you do on the job. Last but not least, there is nothing so special that those who succeed do. It is the basics. It is the basics. But once you work on yourself, when you do the basics, you'll definitely get better results. And when I say the basics, I simply mean just prospecting, inviting, doing those presentations, closing and follow-up. And sometimes we tend to approach people who are doing better, and we want to get something special from them, a secret, a tip that probably would work magic for us. There's nothing so special about achieving success. We just have to go do the work. We have to do it massively. We have to put in, a lot of work each and every day. And if you're going to practice those things that I've mentioned, especially about working on yourself, then now the results that you will be seeing are going to be better. So let's go out daily. Let's go put in the hard work. Let's give it all that we got. And I believe we are going to have, better results. But at the back of your mind, I want you to demand more out of yourself. As I said, we measure results based on the production. We measure results based on income. That is one of the criteria we use. Therefore, you should not be in a comfort zone where, a whole week passes by, you've not made money, and it feels normal to you. It should not be normal. It should not be normal. You should be running up and down. You should be doing 1, 2, 3 things just to make sure that, that income is coming to you. Otherwise, our activities continue as usual. We have our Wednesday online meeting, our mega meeting tonight. We also have the leaders retreat for the month of March, which will be happening on April 12th at Glee Hotel. It's a very nice place. You definitely don't want to miss. So work so hard, get your two. Become an affiliate this month, then you can qualify to be there with our masterminds and other leaders who are really doing very well in the business. And when you share ideas, when you challenge each other, definitely April is going to be even bigger and better. Last but not least, we are almost approaching mid-year. That simply means our trip, our vacation is coming up to the coast. We are going to have a local trip. So start preparing yourself, start saving up, reach out to your mastermind so that you may be added to the WhatsApp group where people who are going to be traveling are already in. Otherwise, I want to wish you nothing but the best this week and this month. Let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on demanding more out of ourselves and treat each week as a money-making week. With time, you will progress. It will become a daily thing. It will become an hourly thing. And at that point, you will have unlocked the true financial freedom that we guys are after in this business. See you guys at the top.